What's up, guys? Welcome back to the pre-qualifiers for the Summit 7 America region. We got Fire Dota going up against IsGG. This is game 3 in the best of 3. Winner has to play again right after this up against, well, I'm not sure if that's been decided, but it should be happening right after this. And the loser is out. I'm Mike Loris, going to be your caster for this game. Hopefully the new patch didn't break anything because it took a hell of a long time to patch. I don't know why. It's just hats, I think. But, hey, now we can get some cool hats. I wonder if any of these guys had time to, like, open any of this stuff. I didn't look at it, obviously, but whatever. We're in the third game. IsGG grinding out Fire Dota in the last game, locking down the entire map, to no small part, to these two heroes, Legion Commander and the Ricky. Obviously now both banned out. It's going to let a couple of, well, different heroes get through the pool. Heroes that are very frequently banned out. Crystal Maiden going to get in first. Magnus as well. Going to be picked up by Fire. Was played by Brax, not poorly, that's for sure. He definitely played a good one, but placing a lot of priority on a Magnus to get farm is risky. Yes, he is very powerful. Yes, he can make someone else very powerful, but if you do not have enough time to actually make that happen, then something you have farm and a Blink Dagger on a guy who, well, if you lock him down in a fight, if you position yourself well, just can't do all that much once those team fights actually start damage-wise. And if you don't have damage, well, you're not going to win the game. So they're going to run it back. Don't mind this one bit. Although I'm not really sure if they're going to run the same Magnus and the Troll idea. It did seem like Fire, their lanes just weren't strong enough. Like, they just couldn't compete with IsGG's lanes on a 1v1 basis. So I want to see them change that up a little bit. If you're going to run two heroes aggressively, make it stronger than, what was it, Disruptor Troll? That is not a strong lane. Period. Let alone an aggressive dual lane. You really need, like, what, the Crystal, no, not Crystal Maiden, let's say like Earth Spirit Juggernaut, or you know, Slark and Monkey King, you know, something like that. Slark Undying, I don't know. You need more power in that lane if you're actually going to run that lane and make it work, especially if you're going up against Corvenge, who's not going to have any of that. Speaking of Monkey King, we got one here for Fire Dota. Was banned out in the previous games. He's going to be right off the bat, Fire taking control of this early game. Whitebeard so far has been playing extremely well on any hero that he's been given. I don't think Monkey King is going to be any exception, but on the IsGG side, we have heroes that were banned out earlier. Crystal Maiden now partnered up with the Treant Protector. This is one of my, I really like this opening, but it's got its issues. First of all, like, Treant Protector, he's not really as omnipresent as a Monkey King or an Earth Spirit. Like, he will get around, but usually not to the same degree, not moving around all that much compared to those two heroes. Crystal Maiden as well, lane support is not her strong suit. Compare her to a Rubik or a Warlock, who I think is probably still at the top of that list, and Crystal Maiden with like her 38 base damage, something like that, is not going to cut it. That's not what she does. So you have a hero that has an abundance of right-click damage, but is slow in melee, versus a slow hero that usually just wants to jungle. Usually means your early game laning phase is a little bit awkward when you pick up these two heroes. By early game laning phase, I mean levels 1 through 4, generally. After that, you have a Treant Protector with a pretty long stun. You got Crystal Maiden, who's actually ready to do some damage after picking up a handful of aura points. Then things start to take off for this duo. The way you punish this support duo for Fire Dota is you go hard in the lanes. You go all out aggressive and try to really punish the fact that, hey, the enemies essentially have no lane heroes to poke. So we're just going to go ahead and kill them 24/7, and you know, with the Monkey King Magnus, it is definitely possible that Fire Dota decide to go in that direction, just on a strategic level. It doesn't seem like that's really their thing, though, on a preference type level, as far as how the team wants to operate in general. Seems like Fire Dota really want to play the kind of slow, safe, reactive game, as opposed to the just grind him in the push him in the face type of gameplay style, which is actually more of what IsGG have been trying. Worked out in the second game, didn't work out in the first game, but man, they do like to play their aggro style. It was like aggro versus control. Well, we all know how that matchup usually goes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Either way, Lena's going to be banned out. Troll and Ember all getting the boot along with that Storm. TA still a big one that can still be picked up as far as the mid lane is concerned. You know, we always have the Shadow Fiend, Invoker, those type of heroes. But expect Fire Dota to angle themselves towards a little bit of a slower start. If they, just leaning on this Magnus and power a little bit more. Again, Lifestealer, Juggernaut, Slark. Troll Warlord is banned out, so you can't run that back. Probably good for Fire Dota. They can't run that back, honestly. Try to accelerate into the mid-late game. Again, that seems to be more Fire Dota's MO. For IzGG, how aggressive can they possibly be? The Lina, I think, is probably the hero that is meant to dominate the mid lane the most. Like, she just does it naturally with or without help. Templar Assassin can sometimes get there, although it's a little bit more finicky due to sometimes having subpar matchups. Really should be what IzGG want to get their hands on. CCNC has been getting pretty fat in these past couple games. Even the game they lost still was a very heavy damage dealer at that stage. Did the stream go down, or is my internet messed up? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Hopefully it's still working. But, oh, hello, fire. Get a Venomancer. This is definitely not what I was expecting. Is this going to just be a straight mid Venomancer? I think from what I've seen from Venomancer and what I like the most from Venomancers nowadays is a Venomancer that starts as a support, and you get a core like a Vengeful Spirit type core that you could very quickly rotate out of the safe lane and either go straight to the jungle with like a Juggernaut or a Slark or something like that, or with a Vengeful Spirit just go and start killing things. So you essentially get, you split the safe lane worth of farm with the Venomancer and another hero. I like that the best. Now, Venomancer can be played in that style. He can also just be given a mid lane or something like that. Up against Puck, the matchup shouldn't be too awful, especially when combined with the Monkey King. You have a lot of threat there, but not really versus the Puck specifically. You can kill a Treant Protector, you can kill a Crystal Maiden. Yeah, those two are pretty screwed, but Puck is just never going to die to that. So, I'm leaning a little bit more towards that support style from the Fire Dota side. It is very consistent with their just grind you out, take you to the late game type style. It's a really, really good hero to have versus Treant Protector, that's for damn sure. Nice living armor, and it's gone. Fire Dota's team fight is looking very, very terrifying. IzGG's team fight is not too bad either. I mean, the two support heroes, Treant, CM, listing team fight power as far as their strength is concerned doesn't really come high in the list, but man, Freezing Field, Overgrowth, those two can certainly mess your day up. Especially when your entire team is silenced or coiled from a certain Puck. Team fight is going to be pretty big in this game. Pipes, mechs, no one really huge on buying those picked up so far. Venomancer actually isn't bad with that, but usually wants to go for more damage. Positioning-based game for sure. Fire Dota are going to grab the Juggernaut, so it looks like we may just have that situation I was just describing. Juggernaut, safe lane farm to start things off. Get to a certain point, and then maybe give the lane to the Venomancer, maybe not. Maybe give Brax the Venomancer. Take him to the offlane? Is that something that they actually do? This Venomancer's throwing me for a loop. I mean, they have still, like, at the very least, fire. A Magnus and power with a Juggernaut. For IzGG, that is hard to combat up against. Not many heroes can actually handle that Juggernaut on a one-for-one basis. Axe is the pick for IzGG. They are putting a lot of their eggs into the early mid-game basket. Really looking to push their advantage in this early stage, try to lock down the lane, which is definitely, again, possible, but is a tough sell when you're going up against this early game power of Fire Dota. Juggernaut Spin, obviously, powerhouse. Monkey King and powerhouse as well. Though they may not be like quite as strong as Axe or Puck, they can actually turn things around and punish over-aggressive plays from IzGG, which is something that we have seen in Game 1. IzGG perhaps going a little bit too hard, a little bit too often.
10 seconds remaining.
But hey, they gotta go for it. Coming from their safe lane, most likely, IzGG will need some sort of way to destroy towers. If they don't have that, their entire draft is going to run into some serious issues. And Terrorblade is the hero that you want for that. Juggernaut is kind of the secondary hero that you want for that. We've seen teams go for Weavers and Medusas in these type of situations. Just a hero that is going to get into either a siege type capacity, or just will have like a Desolator and just will blow up towers very easily. Both are good, but for Fire Dota, they have the ability to, again, take the fight head on. It's definitely possible that we see them stand strong against that aggressive play from his GG. Spectre, we've seen, I think I've seen a Chinese team, probably like, I'm not going to say who it was because I'm probably wrong, but definitely a Morphling. Last pick is, sorry guys, is, there we go. Going to be plausible. Is going to give them that late game punch. As you hear, that can capitalize off of the early space for sure. And actually join the fights as well if you have a Replicate up. I was going to say like the only real downside to a Morphling is that Fire will have a decent amount of magic damage from the Venomancer, but that's not something you can't deal with as a Morphling. So yeah, pretty standard stuff for his GG and for Fire. Gonna go ahead and get a Timber Saw. Is that a mid lane Timber? It looks like it is. Brink's gonna be handling the Timber. TC, Juggernaut, and Brax on the Magnus. They're gonna give Fluff the Venomancer. Now I'm interested to see how much farm they're actually gonna give Fluff. Made a kind of big deal out of the last game because 30 minutes in he had boots and nothing else. Brown boots, nothing else. Newly purchased brown boots and nothing else. But Venomancer is a hero that you don't really want to have nothing on. I mean, you can do a decent job just getting levels in your Gale, just getting up to that ultimate point. Poison Nova, yeah, it costs a hell of a lot of mana, but if you're just going to be a Suicide Bomber support, then yeah, you could do a lot of damage there. I'd really like to see Fire kind of split the farm, split the love a little bit more. I mean, hell, you're going to have Empower anyway, so it's not like Juggernaut needs the most farm. We saw that same concept play out in the last game.
5 seconds remaining.
As far as drafts that include Venomancer, I think I like Fire's quite a bit. But that being said, IsGG have so much early game aggressive power. Good amount of control. The late game punch to back it up from the Morphling. Not really sure if I could say I'd like one draft more over the other. Style-wise, I like Fire's a little bit more. But that doesn't really count for much now, does it? Man, Axe, Puck. Axe. Whoa! What is this? What the hell? Are we building towers? Yo! Tower Showdown! Did we win? We're all level 0 tower noobs. Oh my god, plebe status. Oh, what is this? Oh shit, guys, they added this in the patch just now. In case anyone is watching on the VODs, we had a long patch right before this. How do the Dire have a net worth advantage? Oh, because they use smoke. Okay, that's why. But this is sick. This is my new favorite feature of all time. Looks like everything else is actually still working. If we can, oh, what does this button do? What is this? Doesn't do anything. Okay, they added that also. That's messed up. Okay, hopefully they didn't break anything, but man, this right here. Like that. Big fan of that. So thank you, Volvo. But what was I saying? Yeah, Puck Axe with Treant Protector. Living Armor to help them dive a little bit deeper, or just to facilitate a lane gank. Sorry, I was saying something, right? Wasn't I saying something? This tower is the sickest thing I've ever seen. These are lame. That's kind of lame. Why do the Dire have such cool towers? People are fighting over the Bounty Rune top lane. It's a 1-1 rune split, you know, it's not a big deal. Holy crap. Why does the Dire Tower look so sick compared to the Radiant Tower, which isn't even moving? What the hell, guys? What the hell? Well, let's introduce everyone really quickly because I'm probably going to be distracted by something else shortly. Got Stan King playing Crystal Maiden. Frostbite level 1. Ready to go. We got Flea on the Treant Protector. There's both supporting Yawar's Morphling. Going to be having a tough time. TC handling the Juggernaut bottom lane along with Whitebeard's Monkey King and Fluff and stuff on the Venomancer. And, well, they're going to get into a little bit of squabble early on. Whitebeard does not like getting hit by a Treant. And, well, they know that there's Morph on the Morphling. They do a short stun with the stick. Right clicks onto Yawar. Not quite enough. Another stun to TC. He's overcommitted. He's going to go down to the tower. And that's the first kill for IsGG as Fire go in a little bit too far. Introducing more people, right? That's what I was doing. Got Brink on the mid lane. Timbersaw top lane. It's Brax on the Magnus. CCC is Puck. We got Sneaking on the Axe. Whatever. I think I introduced everyone, right? We got ourselves a real start to this game. Let's quickly go over this top lane because it's most likely going to be a low action game. Axe can kill a Magnus if Magnus makes a little bit of an error. But we already see how this lane is going to pan out. Sneaking is going to be doing this 24/7 non-stop. And there's not much that Magnus can actually do to stop him. Puck versus the Timbersaw. A lane where really no one should be dying. Mostly because Puck can just orb out unless he, again, gets too close to a Timbersaw. And Timbersaw most likely will just not die because Puck doesn't have enough damage. Yeah, maybe the CM will rotate him. That, again, seems unlikely. This bottom lane is where the action is. That's for sure. Flea has the right clicks, but, well, for Fire, they are once again potentially costing TC in order to gain Brax a little bit of extra farm. Now, the difference this time is that TC has a real aggressive lane. This is a lane where they can get kills because they have the slows and the CC necessary to land a full-on spin. Yawar may not die to this, but he will still take a lot of damage and will have to burn through a lot of mana. Only level 1 Morphling does not want to spend that mana on Morph. And Whitebeard, Drive Voice Tanking, and Yawar. There's a stick here on the Morphling. He has a lot of backup here, but what Fire are doing right now is that they're preventing Stan King from jungling. And they get another Gale onto the Morphling. A little bit of a stun, needs some right clicks. TC lands a big crit and gets the kill. Now onto Flea. I don't think they can kill him off, but still, a kill's a kill. So yeah, they're keeping the CM in the fight, which I mentioned earlier is not what a CM wants to be doing. She does not want to fight with 40 damage and a level 1 Frostbite. That is not cool. They're keeping her in the fight. They're keeping the Morphling under pressure and actually getting some okay farm on TC. The other lanes are going just fine. Brax, though, does have to worry about this. He has a skewer to get himself a little bit of space, but Sneaking could definitely just start moving into Brax, and Brax, from time to time, will be able to do something about it, but more often than not, will just be under the gun. As Sneaking is going to kill off Brax's creep wave every single time. And, well, mid lane's happening as well. Puck's actually destroying this mid lane. Doubling up Brink's CS. CCNC has been getting some pretty consistent advantages out of that mid lane. Looks like this is just a full-on offensive tri-lane here from Fire. Most likely we won't see any sort of rotation action from this Venomancer that I was alluding to earlier. But hey, that's fine. As long as he's able to keep getting these kills, as long as Whitebeard doesn't die here. Leech Seed, right click, beat down from a Treant Protector. He does have a stun to throw back on the 2, if needed. Looks like it's not. Morphling and the Juggernaut, pretty much farming evenly. And, well, it looks like with this game state, TC with the spin should be mostly safe in this lane, just to farm up. Won't take that much poking from the enemy side. The CM may or may not arrive, but Frostbite does pretty much nothing versus the Juggernaut as long as he has mana for spin. That means, of course, Whitebeard can do this. Bounce out of the lane and see what he can get. I'm not really sure if this top lane scenario is where he's going to find the most value. Killing off an axe is never really something that's super easy, especially when he has a Vit booster into Vanguard buildup and is level 6. So if you try and fail, you're going to lose your head. This is freeing up this bottom lane a little bit more here for his GG. At the cost of maybe their top, but I mean, Axe had such a great time already. Even if Sneaking doesn't get another item for another like minute, 2 minutes, still, that's perfectly fine. He is already very far ahead where Axes normally are at this stage. I don't know if the Monkey King's going to find anything up towards top. I don't know if he can find anything over towards mid either. It's a puck, and Timbersaw really doesn't have much game versus a puck. Maybe with Chakram you can get some extra burst damage and punish CC like this. Just keep running at him and maybe land a surprise burst combo with a little bit of a stun. It's not much, but at least it's possible. Rotating Fluff and stuff into this lane. Now that is some game. Sneaking, though, already has the Vanguard. Gale has to land. RP is there with the Gale. It's going to be stacked up poorly. Sneaking is still very much so alive. Takes a stick to the face. Skewered back. Is not dying, though. They finally get TC in here as well. 4 heroes will be enough to bring him down. And wow, Puck was solo killed by Brink in the meantime. Just saying how that's not supposed to happen. And then it happens somehow. Probably because Puck took one too many right clicks and then, well, Chakram is a real spell. If I rotate everyone in their mob towards the top lane, it's going to cost them a lot of farm time. We can see, yes, they are able to get a little bit of cash off of that one. And yes, killing off an axe, getting Brax a little bit of space is very well and good. But are they really going to just stick up this top lane and start wandering around aimlessly? No one's in this bottom lane in the meantime. They're going to cost us. What the hell? Brink, stop, man. Stop it. This is the last time I'm going to say it to you. Not cool. You're not supposed to be killing off a Puck. Not this often. You have level 1 chain. How are you catching up to him? Alright, I thought I wasn't going to have to look at this mid lane at all because they were just going to be farming, but apparently I'm really wrong. But this whole rotation of heroes would have if the Puck didn't just die twice. Given Fire a little bit of a disadvantage despite getting that kill on top lane. But now that the lanes have settled, they're actually still not in a great spot. Sneaking is back up in top with a Vanguard level 8 axe. So a crap ton of damage coming out of this guy with the maxed out counter helix. And Juggernaut, yes, Spin does a lot of damage as well, but Axe's Spin a little bit better. Juggernaut is not even that safe up here. Sneaking is going to look for the Juggernaut. Fluff and Stuff has a level 1 Gale, which pretty much does nothing. Like, that damage is not really great. Sneaking is... you can't touch him, man. You just can't. And Sneaking is even getting a little bit of help here from a Tree and Protector. Fluff and Stuff, less than half HP. Has backup from Whitebeard. T-Stakes 2 spins to the face, already almost dead. Now the stun and the punch and the dunk. There goes the Banana Mancer. Sneaking, wants more TC. Oh my god, he got a spin? What was attacking him? I didn't even see... Was it you? Was this one Dire Creep attacking Sneaking and then he got a lucky spin off of that? I mean, it's a level 9 axe, so you expect him to be dumpstering this lane, but man, not like this. Not like this. This axe is going to be a problem. And we have games where axe is, you know, forced to go into the jungle, getting poked at, getting killed. And then we have games like this where axe is trouncing his lane. The enemies are going to send a level 4 Juggernaut, level 5 now, I guess, up against him and say, good luck, Jug. I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of that. Now, I was a fan of the rotation to kill him off. I think that was a good play. I think keeping Sneaking down, at least getting some pressure back, is much needed. Keeping the Juggernaut up here, a hero that cannot do any damage versus the axe compared to what the axe can do back to the Jug, seems like a really bad way to go. Seems a little bit suicidal. But hey, they've paid for it with their tower and a couple of lives, and axe is still just nowhere near done yet. They're going to coil up onto Brink. That's going to snap, and he gets a lucky spin because this one range creep, again, is attacking him. I don't know what Sneaking's been doing to train up his axe, but man... Oh, they added the talent thing. Did you guys see that? Axe is level 10, by the way. It's not even 10 minutes. Like, that just happened, but... Shout out to Volvo for adding the talent thing. I think... Was that already there? I don't know. It might have been already there. Seemed like it should have been already there. In my mind, it should have been. I don't think it was. No. In Kiev, it was because it was, like... post-production stuff. So yeah, they added it. Shout out to Volvo for that. Killing off Timbersaw, though, this axe is an absolute monster. It's 10 minutes in and he has a Vanguard. That's already dangerous. Oh yeah, he also has a Blink Dagger. And he's probably going to kill TC. Because TC, he thinks he's safe. But he's going to run into an axe and get called and get punched by a tree. So he's stunned, can't spin just yet. He has a TP, now going to buy it Sneaking. Not getting attacked by that one range creep, so he's not going to get any spins. Will not be able to find anything this time. The Juggernaut cannot go to this top lane. Sneaking is going to lock down whatever lane he goes into. And that is going to buy so much space for UR, and UR definitely needs it. Not exactly the best early start for a Morphling, though since the lane swap has occurred, has gotten definitely a lot better. Morphling with Arcane Aura level 2, level 3 at this stage. Definitely a powerhouse hero. Spam waveform to clear the creep wave. Jump into the jungle. Keep farming up more freely because you have infinite mana. Very powerful way to go for this Morphling. But still needs a little bit of time. And that time is going to be freely given to him. Given that the axe is, well, axe. Now this mid lane situation is a little problematic. CCNC not having the cleanest time versus this Timbersaw. Axe helped out once. Doesn't seem like Puck is going to be creating any sort of space. Not substantially, at least, for this Morphling. Fire right now. Brink. Doing some pretty good work. We got TC with an Omni Slash, level 7. And power already. Level 3 is the Magnus himself picking up his Blink Dagger. There's a whole Vanguard behind the axe. What a plebe. They're going to bounce around, look for you are. And the call is going to land. First onto the Timbersaw, already dead. Magnus got silenced out of his RP and will fall afterwards. You are taking a lot of damage. The Freezing Field going to be deployed, and Whitebeard cannot commit into that. TC, same thing, will be driven back by the CM. Sneaking is taking all the dots in the world, so he can't blink just yet. But he is looking to cut off TZ and Fluff and stuff. It looks like that's been doing a pretty good job. Blink Dagger now up. And it's going to catch the poor banana. You got to spin? Are you kidding me? If that was me, that would not have spinned. You know, if it was any one of you guys, it would have not spun. But, you know, Sneaking just got to spin there. Because that seems fair. And IsGG, they start the fight right when Fire were getting ready to start the fight. The absolute best time to do so, obviously. Coil, silence combo, even landing a silence onto the Magnus I think it was the coil actually on the Magnus. Mid RP cast. Strike is gonna land onto Uar. No trees there for Brink though. Uar still just fine. Has another waveform. TB coming in and sneaking. He has a blink call, but he's not quite in range. He's gonna look for it. CCNC is there. Both hit with the RP. TC gonna jump in with the spin. Chakram is there. Everything is spinning except for sneaking. And he really needs to coil onto 4 heroes. Where's the follow-up? They're all going to snap it. Literally all of them are going to snap the coil. Okay, in the meantime, Monkey King gets picked off from topside. You are. And Puck. Well, Puck's going to dodge a shockwave, jump out of there, but still slowed down. TC on his tail. Sneaking. Can't help him just yet. CCNC will get spun down. He's dead. Shockwave out for Flea. Dropping kind of low. They're going to surround the Timbersaw, though. Has a Timber Chain out. Brax as well. Jumping back in, but that effort to cancel the Freezing Field probably ill-advised. Now hit with the call, this Juggernaut can take an absolute beating. Sneaking is still not spinning. Maybe already used his luck, but no, it doesn't matter. Got a double kill anyway. You are still kicking. Still has a level 4 waveform. After ready, not enough damage to kill off the Timbersaw, though. Has to back off. At the end of the day, it's going to be IsGG to take a pretty nice win off of that engagement. As the axe, yeah, maybe is not fighting in the most ideal of positions. In the middle of the of your own woods where there's no creeps to attack you, makes the Vanguard and the Blink Dagger a lot worse, for sure. The fight lasted for so long, this Morphling got a lot of blood on his hands. And again, these are kills the Morphling does need off of that kind of slow start. Sneaking, 1v4. He's going to get his Blink Dagger canceled, but he's pretty durable. Has CCNC behind him. Strike is going to land onto the axe. Lots of damage from the Timbersaw. He's going to run the other way now. Has a Blink Dagger out soon, and he will be able to freely move around. There he goes into the trees, just looking to end this fight. But of course, you're up against Monkey King, so here come the monkeys. And Sneaking is going to have to fight his way out of this one. He's got a lot of health off of the living armor. He's doing a lot of damage, but he's not spinning, actually. Never mind, not that much damage. He had a chance to... He was here, had blink. He had a chance to maybe blink here and just make a break for it. Maybe that was a better move. When you're up against a Timbersaw and a Monkey King and a Magnus, hiding in trees does not seem like a great plan. Went for it anyway. Did he have a TP? It's like he didn't. TP was on cooldown, perhaps. Well, regardless, that's Axe going down. Took him a hell of a long time. Is gonna, well, cost them a tower. Strike. Fluff and stuff will get the tower. Narrow timing from the Monkey King, but, you know, a tower denies a tower deny. Axe is back up soon. This means once again, Fire have to watch out with all their heroes. Get hit in the lane with a blink call. Oof, yeah, you're dead. And so far, Fire have actually been doing a decent job at fighting outside of the outside the lanes. Every single blink call that's landed in the lane, yeah, you're dead. So far, that hasn't really been a huge issue for them. Whoa, replicate axe. Replicate on a level 12 axe? Yeah, level 12 axe. These things spin for full damage. Unless you're Morphling and you never get spins because you're never lucky. This axe illusion is driving Fire back. Now that is obnoxious. Yep. Yep. Fire gonna group up. Try to leverage their Omni Slash. The Blink Magnus hasn't really gotten that much action so far. Movement through the jungle, though, is going to be spotted. Brax, spotted by Flea. Now spotted in the creep wave. Really bad spot to be. If he gets close to his creep wave, he's just dead. And, well, he's going to get hit with the Battle Hunger, so he can't blink. He'll skewer into the trees. He has backup coming in, so he's just baiting right now. And it looks like Sneaking can't quite catch up to him. Bottom lane, CCNC was still pushing. He has a Blink Dagger himself. Morphling closing in onto an item. Finally gonna get that Lincoln Sphere up. It's actually not that good up against Fire. I think a lot of people, I've seen a lot of Morphlings get Lincoln Spheres, even though there's like nothing to block. Can we do a quick count on what it blocks? Like, okay, we're done. I don't know. I mean, the stats are nice and everything. The regeneration's sick. We have a CM. Do you really need a Lincoln Sphere? I'm not really sure about that. Well, either way, it's pretty much too late to deviate now. Although I think I have seen Medusas go for Perseverance, Ultimate Orb, Scotty instead of Lincoln Sphere, and then it always baits me into thinking they're going Scotty. So I guess it's never too late. Oh, Blink RP. Stream Protector, you wandered into the wrong Sentry Ward. And, well, he should be dead eventually. And there you go. Over towards bottom lane, though. Coil. They stop the Timbersaw in his tracks. Call. Further the chain stun. Stand King waiting for the Frostbite. Maybe cancel out another chain out. They're not doing jack for damage, though. Brink is still at half HP and regenerating very quickly. That was a 4-man gank. And, well, they did half their HP, and they're taking a lot of damage, actually. They're still trying to go for it. He's actually, like, healed more than he's taken right now. And now they're just going to kill CNC. So, going for Timbersaw, not a good idea. Because he has reactive armor, so he has 1,000,000 armor. He has the hood, so he has 1,000,000 magic resistance. And up towards top lane, Flea's also going to go down. Is GG. They're just getting picked off on a global scale. Couple kills bottom, couple kills top. Now tower top lane taking some heat. His axe is stacked, yes, but man, he cannot do everything by himself. Now going in for tower push is very bold up against such a farmed axe, because you're going to be closer together, closer to your creep wave. Sneaking is unfortunately not going to have a blink in just yet. Now he does, but again, fluff and stuff. Well, he will drop a Plague Ward, so cancel it a couple more times. He has backup right around the corner. And that was not the backup I thought was going to happen, but it's the thought that counts.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the axe is farmed as all hell. But again, it seems like, much like in the last games, Fire are just playing a little bit safer. Is GG getting picked off. This Timbersaw is actually ridiculously difficult to kill. The farm discrepancy between the axe and everyone else, that gap is starting to close as well. He's still going to be a very powerful, very disruptive hero. But as far as like an assassin type hero, that ship has mostly sailed unless Fire make a big positional error. And we can see they're avoiding their creep waves as much as they can. Brink though, round 2. Coil gonna miss. Already doesn't bode too great for them. They do have a barrier, and Sneaking gonna take a full freezing field. No, never mind. Braxton land an RP onto everybody. The Chakram is there. That's all the damage that's going into that RP though, and the Timber Chain misses also. That's not good. Great RP. No follow-up. Sure, man. They tried to deforest their way to this tree and protector, but they have no dust, so... Everyone's gonna get out. Absolutely everyone. By the way, the CM, screw magic resistance. You don't need that. Get damage. Oh, they caught TC sneaking with the blink call. And the creep wave just got enough spins. Timbersaw still being very disruptive. Fluff and stuff. Will and ultimate onto it. Looks like 3 heroes. Brink trying to go for sneaking. Not really sure if that's the target. But this area for the Timbersaw is not that great. Is finally going to peg down by 5. And will drop as well. Is GG now striking back as Fire burn their entire payload over here. And then decide to go all the way over here with nothing else left. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer indeed. And Fire just go in a little bit too far without enough tools. Yeah, they're very powerful. But it's the threat of an Omnislash that... it's a threat of an Omnislash, the threat of an RP. It's a slow positional game, the displacement from the Magnus, the vision you get from the Monkey King, the grinding push from the Venomancer. You gotta set up first. If you go in too far without all your resources, yeah, you're gonna run into an axe. You've already established that. Once again, IsGG are back on top of the net worth. And, oh, Magnus. Call with the call. Takes an adaptive strike and loses his head. And axe that sweet, sweet black market ivory. CCNC, spotted by Fluff. Should be fine. This is gonna silence because, you know, reasons. Still, IsGG looking to keep this pressure up. TC wandering right over a Radiant Observer Ward. Courier might lose his head soon. They're gonna stun TC. Blink call. It's a Blade Mail up. Lots of damage with the spins. And CCNC is gonna jump for the kill steal. Whitebeard drops his ultimate. A pretty good one, but he's gonna dive very quickly without doing all that much. No follow-up again from Fire. And Fluff and Stuff also is here for some reason. We'll get hit with the call. With a couple spins, sneaking will take him down as well. 3 down in as many seconds. IsGG take pretty much no damage the entire fight. They just slaughter everyone on Fire. And take a tower, at least. Bounce towards mid lane, take a tower there as well. At least keep this axe. With the amount of farm he has, bouncing around the map, providing pressure. Brink is really farmed, but the Juggernaut, he is not. I mean, yes, he still has the most farm on his team. But as far as being able to outdamage these IsGG heroes, way out of the question. Especially if he's hit with the Blink Blade Mail. It's like, nice and power, bro. Nice. Good luck killing yourself. I think the correct terminology is stop hitting yourself. Sneaking's not done yet. They know that they've driven Brink away into the clutches of an axe. It was a trap the entire time. No spins. They'll frostbite him. They'll freezing field him. Hood's still holding strong. Silence. Chain Sun. Waveform coming in. And they got him. Damn near impossible hero to kill, but they've done it. And I think, yeah, we're going to say CM did most of the work there because freezing field is definitely a tool. And we're not entirely wrong. Tower down. IsGG are locking down the entirety of the dire half of the map. And we're going to have the exact same game state as we did in the last game. Where IsGG have all the kill power. And Fire, though they do have the ability to farm, will not have the space to farm comfortably. So they'll be locked up in their map with Empowered Juggernaut, who's not hitting creeps. We're getting there. We're getting there. By the way, we found Whitebeard. And by we, I mean IsGG. Another one. How Fire are playing right now is how IsGG were playing in Game 1. Everyone kind of off on their own, getting just demolished. Now, at this point, it's out of necessity, more so than, you know, that's a mistake, that's a mistake. They have to be split up, they have to keep farming, or else they just straight up lose right off the bat. But they're 9,000 gold, almost 10,000 gold behind. Facing up against a Morphling, facing up against an Axe who is super farmed. They have an RP, they have a decent team fight. But even then, their team fight kind of pales in comparison to what IsGG have. Especially once the shotgun comes up on UR. It's like, yeah, team fight? Team fight is going to be stopped cold because you're going to lose a hero right off the bat thanks to that shotgun. Or at least, you know, force a Magnus or a Monkey King to back out and retreat out of there. Making a 4v5, Overgrowth, Coil, Blink Call, Freezing Field. Going to get pretty disgusting from there on out. Even Flea. Hand of Midas, Treant Protector. I mean, nowadays it's like, whatever. I remember back in the day when we saw Midas and Treant Protector, we would be like, oh shit, he's really having... He's got some big plans in the future. Now it's just, he has a Midas, whatever. But he has a Blink Dagger as well, that's the big deal. That Overgrowth. If you somehow jump in and, you know, post RP, drop an Overgrowth on some enemies, essentially nullify the effects of that ultimate with your own, big potential game there from the Treant Protector. Hand of Midas and Gold Talent. There we go. And Shotgun is up. And Veil is up. Whew. Veil of Discord, Ethereal Blade. RIP. Veil is great and everything, but it's not that great. Actually, it might be that great, honestly. Like, Timbersaw is really damn tanky. But this game is starting to be crushed by IzGG. All tier 2s now down. Yawar can push just by himself. He knows that if there's any one hero here, he can shotgun them. Maybe not kill, maybe can kill. Doesn't really matter. He's just keeping a hero in this area while with this replicate, keeping himself safe. Blink RP takes long enough for Yawar to react to, unless they Boundless Strike beforehand like that. Boundless Strike and a Blink RP into Omni Slash, that's the only way he really dies, and even then, he has Ethereal Form for himself, plus the very fast replicate. Not sure if Fire have enough CC to really ever deal with him at that point. So Yawar is going to be pretty much locking down a lane by himself. Axe can very easily do something very similar. Okay, let's see what this button does, because I hope it's a timer. May respond. Doesn't tell us, though, exactly when it's going to respond. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe it'll... I mean, there's like intermittent timers, like over here. When it gets to like this point, it tells you like it'll spawn in so-and-so minutes. Maybe that'll update then. Not incredibly useful right now, but sure, why not? Thanks, Valve.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is GG. They're collapsing the map and on fire. You are, with that agility, heavily morphed. And of course the agility from the Ethereal Blade, like 40? Yeah, 40 agility. I'll just start poking at the towers. Takes quite a bit of damage there, but at this point, Living Armor, of course, has that double life. And old Blink Call, gonna catch the Timbersaw. How much damage do they actually have? Sneaking BKB. Gonna do a lot to protect him, keep himself right on top of this Timbersaw. Not that much damage going in, though. Puck's gonna jump in, orb his way out, shotgun to the Timbersaw, waveform in, they got him. He does have a pretty short respawn time, thanks to that Bloodstone, but still, he is not on the map right now. Yawar is still striking those towers. Needs a little bit of juice, perhaps. Needs some help. Needs not to get force-staffed into the enemy base. Sneaking, that's not his Blink Dagger. Who was that? That was Treant Protector. I'm on to you, Flea. Man, this new net worth thing really looks crushing. 14k and you have like a huge bar of green and no red. That must feel pretty bad, man. This map belongs to IzGG. If you go into lane, you run the risk of getting sniped. Maybe not Brink. No, actually even Brink. We saw him over here just get obliterated. Everyone else in a lot of trouble if they go into lane. At least they have TC with Manta Style, get a couple of illusions to farm and clear. It's not amazing, but it's something. But seems like IzGG want to use this Aegis. Want to go for some Raxes. Axe Illusion, waveform in, shotgun, there goes the Venomancer. Ripperino, at least he has boots, right? Or just trying to get his way out of there, will dodge the Timber Chain and the Chakram. And just go to town on the Raxes. One down. Second one, now really vulnerable and focusable by IzGG. You are another shotgun available, will dodge the combo, and wow, obliterate the Timbersaw's health pool. Jumping from sneaking. They're going to deploy the Wukong's command. RP in the back, though, is going to catch 2 with the Omni Slash there. The Overgrowth's going to be canceled by the Skewer. Perfectly played by Brax, but still Yawar is not being dealt with. He's just right-clicking in CC still alive as well. Sneaker the BKB. They're holding their ground, and they're just going to crush everybody. There goes all their skulls. Buyback, everyone and their mom back in this game, but Yawar has not died a single time. He's out of mana, can't morph anymore. But he's still only half morphed into strength. Still going to go straight for Brink. And off to the side, Whitebeard and Fluff and stuff, trying to fight up against Sneaking, but good luck, they just don't have enough damage to kill off that Axe, who's still walking around, still has an Ultra Kill, plus a gem claimed by Fluff and stuff, who, by the way, is not looking too hot. Waveform? Okay, Adaptive Strike, that seems fine, too. That's a good game call by Fluff and stuff, 24k net worth lead, thank you, Volvo. Will be IsGG. Move on one stage further, off of some crushing Axe play. Space creation methods from IsGG. That's textbook right there. Get a little bit of a lead, get a Blink Dagger, and then never stop. Oh, looks like Valve broke that one up there too. I guess we're not going to the score screen, guys. There is another game. Let me see very quickly. I'm actually not sure who won that other game right now. I'll try to find that out for you guys as we are going to move into that, but that should be happening, well, right after we leave this screen. So, I'm Mike Loris. I'll be back in just a little bit for another best of 3. It's going to be IsGG versus someone who I will let you know in a little bit. I'm not sure if that game is done yet, but yeah, stick around, guys.